For some of you today who have come back as former acolytes or who are serving as acolytes, there was a time when your feet took you to this altar, or one in the other St. Andrews before we moved down here perhaps. There was a time when your feet took you there. Maybe for different reasons, but whatever those reasons, you probably weren't even aware at the time that whatever brought you to serve at the altar was some kind of call or whistle. And just think about what it meant to be involved as an acolyte. There was a place here where you knew you belonged. There was a job here that you knew you needed to do. And there were connections here being made even when you didn't know those connections were being made. And how do I know that somehow this belonging and this service and these connections must have been an important part of your life? How do I know that when I didn't even know you? I know it because you're here. I know it because we're honoring the fact that you're here. I know it because deep inside of us, we all know that there's some call or whistle that for whatever reason calls us together, and occasionally calls us together in a place like this. That is, after all, the journey of life, is it not? Whether we served as acolytes or not, the journey of life is that there are some parts of our journey deep down in us where building blocks were carefully laid. We're building blocks for what it means to be connected to one another. Building blocks for what it means to serve one another. Building blocks for what it means to belong someplace and to go home. And these, my friends, are the building blocks. Belonging, serving, connecting. These are the building blocks of what leads us to find fullness of life no matter where we are. The kind of fullness that Jesus said he had already shown plain enough to anyone who had cared to look. So what calls and whistles do we all listen to today in our lives? And when we respond to them, where do our feet take us? These are questions that each of us need to answer and ask ourselves from time to time. Because no matter who we are, or how old we are, or what we do, or where we are in our own life journeys, it's essentially important that we pay attention and know. Because the calls and the whistles we respond to have everything to do with where our feet take us. And where our feet take us has everything to do with whether or not we find fullness of life. Amen.